So you consider yourself a good Christian, Sandy?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My grandfather is a fundamentalist minister who is no longer living on this earth. He's gone on to the next realm, but I'm a Buddhist and a Christian going by the exact teachings of Jesus, which was to love God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy might. That's the first commandment Jesus gave. And the other one was to love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus never said one thing about homosexuality. Ever did he say one thing? And I can take it by verse, everything that's said about homosexuality, where it comes from and from a historical context, how screwed up Paul was. The Apostle Paul, who wrote most of the things about homosexuality, also wrote for slaves to obey their masters, for women not to speak in church, and all this stuff about Jewish people.
Sandy, you're starting to sound a little like Jimmy Swaggart yourself there.
No, well,
all right.
that's my act.
Well,
that's my act, but I'm a parody.
We've seen part of your act. Yeah, question over here. One last one, yeah.
For Alex. Alex, why would you commit yourself to marriage with somebody who said they'd sleep with anybody?
Sandy was really joking. Sandy would not sleep with anybody.
You have a monogamous relationship?
We don't have a monogamous relationship, but Sandy is not a prostitute. Does not walk around on the street and pick up anybody that moves.
Okay, but you do love him and you don't have a monogamous relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we're very open-minded, and we accept each other for who we are.
Can I ask you, just why did you turn out like this and your sister turned out like that? What happened? You were raised in the same household, you had the same gene pool. What happened?
She's so uptight. I'm creative. I just directed a movie.
Okay, so there's no explanation for this, obviously.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that creativity has anything to do with religion. I could be a creative person too.
Yes, of course, and some of the greatest artworks in history were inspired and church supported.
By Jesus Christ.
I happen to be homosexual.
Hold on, I've got some new guests to introduce you to, and we're running out of time. Lindira says she and Tabboo have been going steady for 2 years. And then there's Tabboo, who says Lindira is an obsessed person. And then there's Sissy who says Lindira is insane. She's not going to let that get in the way of her true love. That's Sissy our last one. All right, quite a bit of different transvestite love here, because what we have here is almost one of our typical relationships where 3 people are involved, and there's certainly different stories and different interpretations of events depending on who's been dating who. Now, Lindira, you say you've been dating Tabboo for 2 years. You love Tabboo. You have a good relationship with her.
This has only just started since February. She has been seeing this girl. She didn't tell me about this or anything.
You just can't accept it. That's the problem.
Tabboo?
Get over it. It's over. It's over. It's finished.
Tabboo. Now, you say you've broken up with Lindira.
Yeah, Sissy and I, and Lindira, we all work for this little thing where we go out and we do shows called Screaming Queens. And, we get booked for parties.
Right,
and
I understand.
And me and Sissy met working one of these parties, and we had a lot of things in common. And I mean, she's beautiful. She's like Madonna.
Okay.
She's beautiful. And Lindira just too possessive. She's just too possessive. You just feel too possessive, and you just won't accept the fact that we're no longer getting...
And so what you're saying is Lindira is sort of like a drag fatal attraction here.
She's a drag, period, honey. Hello, right? And she's been bothering us, calling us, waking us up in the night, like with these weird phone calls. She wants me back, and I'm over with her. I'm not going to go back with her.
See, Tabboo's a painter, and she's actually rather popular, and she painted sets for Wigstock, and that's where I saw her work. And I was very attracted to her work. And
did you know that Tabboo was involved with Lindira?
I'd seen them together.
Have you and Lindira? Well, you guys all work in the same place. Do you and Lindira?
We all work in the same business, right? And I only date drag queens because, like, it's coming from a standpoint. So many people have so many hang-ups about gender, yes. and I don't. So I need to date people that also don't have hang-ups with gender. So I date queens, and like, little did I know when I hooked up with this one that I really got a loony, a loon. Look at she's like Fatal Attraction or something. She even did like the same hair. She went to my same hairdresser. She wants to look like me. She wants to be me, and she just can't accept the fact that I didn't want to be around her.
They're absolutely
I didn't want to be
normal.
around you. That's the whole thing. You can't even accept.
Just like heterosexuals, there is a competition for taboo. This is just like this is just like scores of heterosexual relationships that we've had on the show where two people fight over the same person, right?
It's very normal. Look at this girl. When
really.
I was dating her, she was turned out nice. Look at her now.
All right. Lindira, why don't you just get the message that you've been dumped?
Accept the fact it's over. Look at me, it's over, okay? It's
Don't
over.
even stop.
It's over. It's over. Sit down.
On this
Just
show,
sit
I
down.
want to say,
Sit
if
down.
you're dating somebody,
Sit down.
if you're dating somebody, listen to me.
Get over it.
Beautiful.
Come on.
I've got legs, and I'm going to show them.
Oh, honey,
Now listen to me.
we
When
love
I
each
date
other.
somebody,
I
I'm
don't think
dating
I
them.
did
If
anything
they want to break
wrong.
up, they say something to me. I want to ask any of the girls in the audience, you date somebody, they're going behind your back, how do you feel? I've been seeing this girl for 2 years. This piece of trash comes along. Look at her. She's falling apart now. She was a beautiful girl when I dated her. She's a
Say
mess.
that. Don't say that.
It's all frayed now.
Oh,
I try
sure.
to keep it
This is
together,
what you
keep
say
a
to
show
get me
business
back?
career.
This is what you say to get me back?
She thinks she's Judy Garland now.
Oh, get
She
over
thinks she's Judy
it.
Garland. She looks like Judy Garland in the later years.
Lindira, it does seem, though, from out here, that maybe you should just go out and go to the transvestite dating service and find somebody new, because this relationship looks like it's over.
We're not the only ones.
All right, we're going to take a break.
We're not.
When we come back, more instances of transvestite love. Welcome back. All right, before you met two sisters who found that a drag queen came between them when one of them fell in love with a drag queen, you're going to hear a different story of a sibling relationship now. This is Royce, who was dating her boyfriend Ken for a year and a half. When a nightmare came true for her, she walked into the basement of Ken's club. And what did you discover there, Royce?
Well, when I walked into the basement, I saw that my brother and Ken were standing very close to each other, which is no big deal, but you know when something is going on. And they were sort of, their hips were together, and they were sort of standing really very close, and Ken was putting his hands on Hedda's face, like...
What, your brother's name is Hedda?
I'm sorry?
Your brother's name is Hedda?
Yes.
That's not a given name, though, is it?
Hedda?
Yeah. He was named Hedda at birth?
Stephen is his real name.
Stephen is his real name. But his name as a transvestite is
Hedda.
Hedda Lettuce.
Yes.
Okay, so Hedda Lettuce, your brother, was with your boyfriend, and you thought something was going on between them.
It was very hard to tell because you're in shock when you see something like that because your heart just drops. You know that something is going on, and yet...
Some people would just be in shock if they saw your brother.
Oh, I've been living with this for years. It really is no big deal to me. I've been in the drag world myself ever since Hedda started doing this, and I know all the drag queens, and so really that's not the shocking part. The shocking part was that you realize that something is going on, and...
You had no inclination that your boyfriend was either
I didn't.
bisexual or gay?
No, I don't even... It's not even that he's gay, it's that he has the mind where he likes women who are very glamorous. He's very attracted to drag queens and the image that they portray as women.
Except that you say... Wait a second. You like women that are very glamorous, then you like Cindy Crawford or Claudia Schiffer. If you like men who are very glamorous, then you like Hedda Lettuce. So what we're saying here is that he's not attracted to women who are very glamorous. He's attracted to men who are very glamorous as they dress up as women.
Well, to Ken, he sees them as a woman. He sees a woman. He does not see a man.
So when he looks at your brother, he sees a woman.
He does. He sees a movie star.
All right, well, let's take a look at your brother now and bring him out. This is drag queen Hedda Lettuce.
Pretty, you're so pretty, 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 and witty, and bright, and I pity any girl who's in me tonight. I feel good. I feel charming. so charming.
Yes, there is a family resemblance. Hedda, were you stealing her boyfriend?
Well, technically, yes. But it was something that I didn't plan, and I just had to clarify something. When Ken sees me, he also sees a man. I mean, she's in denial in another sense that he does like the male parts that I do.
Do you want us to look at you? Hold on. When we look at you, though, do you want us to be aware that there is a man underneath the makeup and the wig?
Well, I don't think you could not be aware of it. You know, I'm awfully big boned to be a woman.
Okay.
But I do think that that's what attracts him. He sees that I am a man underneath this, but yet I'm glamorous and I'm, you know, I have all the other things that he wants. But he also wants a man, too.
So what you're saying is what you're saying he's in denial as either a bisexual or a gay man.
Well, I think he'd come out.
I think he is. Yes, I do. I definitely think that he is in denial. I would be out with him to dinner or somewhere.
How would you know that? Because you know what? You never paid attention to her at all when you were going out with him. And that's the problem here. That was one of the direct problems we have here. She was not paying attention to him. And he needed affection, he needed love, and he needed someone to listen to. And Royce cannot listen to anybody but herself. She is too stuck in herself, completely.
No, it's not true.
It's glamour, it's attractive.
Yeah, maybe you should doll yourself up some
you know
more.
what happened?
No, I think it's more than that. It's more than that.
Hedda, could you teach your sister something about being a glamorous woman?
I don't know if she has what it takes, but...
Sure she can. She's already a woman. She's already beautiful.
I just think it's more than that. I just think it's more involved than just being glamorous. It's a lot more than that. It's part of the reason that she wouldn't listen to him, that she's slightly, I have to say this, you weren't in tune with him, and you get a little mental when you go out with guys.
No, it isn't. It's
you
not
get
true.
You get a little mental when you go out with men.
You are a thief.
I know what it's a little more simple than that. It's not
You
just about
know,
a thief.
all the girls, all the queens, when they're together, they don't steal another girl. They don't steal.
Lindira. You're the thief. You're
Sweetheart.
trying to steal what we
Sweetheart,
have.
come on,
You
stop
don't
it.
have it, Lindira.
The drag
Hold on.
The one thing, no one's going to want that one over there.
Hold on. Look at Meredith down there. She looks like Dorothy landing in Oz going, what the heck happened to me? Where am I? Where do they find these people?
Meredith
Yes.
is a mess. Lindira is a bigger mess. And I don't even, look at her, we're not even talking about, we're talking about my lovely little sister here, Royce, who happens to have a problem in general with men. Now, the problem is, I did happen to steal her...
I have a problem with men?
You've always had a problem with men.
You have to use me to get you to
It wasn't
for you to have a
I
relationship.
didn't realize this was going to happen. I didn't realize
All
it was
right, what is the rule? Do brothers go out with their sisters' boyfriends? Everyone knows.
Well, it's not my honey. I made my own rules.
Wait a second.
The bottom line is...
Hold on. Look at these people. And then you say, what are the rules?
Richard, the bottom line is...
Look at these people. What are the rules? Come on. Stand up, please. Yes.
I want to direct a comment to Mark. That's your name? Yes. You sitting up there holding those Bibles like trying to quote scripture to prove your points about unconditional love and stuff like that. Well, there's a difference between love and sex. Like love thy neighbor as you love yourself has nothing to do with sex. And the Bible also says that even the devil can quote scripture to suit his own purposes.
Yes, it does. And
so
it
what
says
you're saying...
The Bible does say that. The Bible sure does say that. And the Bible also says that there will be prophets in the later days that are saying the wrong things.
Hold
I don't
on.
want to get
Listen, there are people who can take passages from one part of Scripture, take one line out of context, and they can extrapolate from that to say that there's a biblical ban on almost anything. You can look in one gospel and find different passages that deny other passages in other gospels. So I don't want to, on this show, get into...
This is not about sex anyway. This is about a gender issue of dressing up like men and women, because drag is not about sex.
Are there any straight heterosexuals purely attracted to women who dress up in drag?
Yeah, tons of them.
There are some of them?
Any pure heterosexual person. Everybody in this world is bisexual. And everybody is bisexual.
Well, Richard, your audience seems to be in deep denial, too.
Mom? Is that true? Is that what you taught your daughter?
No, everything she's learned, it's been on her own.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.